Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Darla Lucian of Darla Lucian Studios, and today we are going to check out my idea books. But before we get going, I'd just like to remind you to please like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want notifications on the video, comment, do you have your own idea book, and share. All these things help my channel out so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you in advance. All right, so I picked today I wanted to show you a bit about my idea books because some people are wondering kind of like, where do I get my ideas from? And I want to say first and foremost that all of the ideas that I do aren't my own necessarily. I caught them from somewhere, or I thought about them, somebody else's ideas, and worked it into my own idea. And so I wanted to make sure that I captured them somewhere. And so I have these three books that I use to capture my ideas. So I will just kind of go over them quickly about what I use them for, and then I will show you this one because I'm really happy with how this one turned out. All right, so first, this is just like a regular notebook, like from the dollar store, and it is literally, mostly it's the writing parts of like where I write ideas down, business ideas, layout ideas. I mean, I used to scrapbook, so I even have page layout ideas in here, and quotes. So this is kind of like the design, words, that kind of thing, that book. Okay, it can go away. Then I have this one. This one is just an artist sketch pad from the dollar store. They are really great price at the dollar store. It's like $4 or something, Dollarama actually. And I like them because they're a nice size, but also the pages are really great quality. So I actually threw in some extra sheets of lined paper, but I have gone through and I've made an alphabet through, so you can see like I have the whole alphabet, and then I have colors, I have swatches in here of my pencil crayons and things, mystery pencils, which I'm not exactly sure what they are. Anyway, this is when I get an idea and it's not time yet because I'm in the middle of 6 other projects, which is a fairly regular situation for me. Then I just capture my idea down either in here or in the previous journal. So like for example, under A I have Alice in Wonderland, Anne of Green Gables. These are just, I just put phrases down to kind of inspire me to like what I was thinking maybe. Sometimes I just throw words down because I think it might trigger something later, like artisan or abalone or auctioneer or avocado. I mean, I even have archipelago. I don't know if I'll ever make a journal or even a tag about archipelago, but I just thought, all right, well, it's passing through my head. I'm going to capture it and I don't have to think about it again until it's time. So F, Father's Day, floral, flowers, feathers, fur. I mean, I don't have as many here. It's funny. I mean, you can use a dictionary to help you, but honestly, it's better to just capture ideas out of your own head. I think that's probably what happened with A, is I grabbed a dictionary because I was being a keener. But it's really just I just started this. I got this idea and I can't even remember where. I think D.D. Williams, maybe. And, like, I have never had a problem coming up with ideas to do stuff. But on the off chance I have a day, I am totally set. So, yeah, definitely that is a great one. So, when I was part of the group called the Paper Outpost on Facebook, they had a journal, like making a journal challenge, an idea journal. And I had this fairy tale book, Tinkerbell. And I thought, oh, it's huge. It's perfect because I want a really large space to make it. And I just love that she's a tinker. And I'm tinkering around with journals. These are my journal ideas that I'm capturing here. And so it just, to me, it just seemed like the perfect thing. Now, I want you to know that this is super thick. The journal here is 10, 12 1/4, 5 1/4 inches It is big. It has 9 signatures and 396 pages. And so I'm going to show you how I constructed it, and then I'm even going to show you how I used it. Well, you'll see that kind of as we go along. So I just covered the inside. Might have to move my drink. A little bit of water. Oh, we got the furnace on a little bit today, and now I'm so dry. So what I did, like, this is not going out to anybody. I know I'm going to be covering the pages here because I'm going to be putting my ideas in. So I thought I don't want to use a fancy paper for that. And I had a phone book. So that's right. This is mostly made out of phone book, my 396 pages. So what I did is I actually, I'll go to a place where it is not covered. So you can't exactly see really great maybe, but what I did is the phone book was only that big, and I needed my pages to match the book, right? So and I was like, well, it's like a page and a half, and then I had it. I'll do 3 pages together. So I did, and this is just glue stick, glued, overlaid by about a ½ inch, and then when I layered them in each signature, I put poster paper, like from an old poster that I'm recycling, in the binding. So I would put like as I laid the sheets out to make the signature, I would have like the 3-page phone book spread. Then I'd have a little strip of poster, and then the next one, and so on. So I did 5 like that. And then I had this really stiff, shiny poster paper. And so then that is in the middle, and then 5 more. So that brings me to the center. And then I bound it. Everybody likes to know how we do the binding. So I did the 3-hole pamphlet stitch on this, but I used, like it's an idea book. So I am trying out different ideas. I use string here. This is just kitchen string. I have used, I'll actually show you this end. I used yarn, different kinds, different weights of yarn. I used embroidery floss, and I even used dental floss in here. I've used twine. I've used raffia. Do not use raffia. Raffia does not work. Just saying. And so it was all about trying out different ideas to see how it would work. And so the spine, you can see, is like very thick cardstock, cardboard probably, 2 layers together. And then I covered the spine with a piece of fabric that's 100% cotton, like purples and gray and kind of almost a black. So I really like how that looked, and I thought that went with the kind of the purple themes on there. Anyway, so let's take a look at how I used it. So I actually wrote out how I made this junk journal, because I might not remember later, and I kind of just wrote in what I did, and the weights and the things of the different kinds of things I used. And so then I put actual things I've created in here along with the instructions of how to make them. I have all different kinds of pockets and things. I made this little seed envelope, so out of junk paper. So now I have the how to make the seed envelope. This is just a little strip that shows how to make note paper into an envelope and then glue it on as a pocket. I said, oh yes, well, you know me, I love pockets. More pockets, the better. Just learned about slow stitching. I'm going to slide this over so you can see. And so I did a little something slow stitched, and I put the date of when I did it. I put, if all possible, so Gail Agneselli, I love her site, her channel. I get so inspired. So if you're watching, Gail, thank you so much for all that you do. And so this was my first slow stitch project. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to just do one to show. So it's just 4 pieces of fabric, and it'll make a nice little, kind of like a swatch or something to go in different kinds of journals. I'm working on a peacock journal right now. Spoiler alert, that one's coming, so you'll see that one in the future. Anyway, these are some of the colors that I was using in that journal, and so I just picked up what I had and tried it out. So I also put in inspiration from magazine pages, but you know, I'm not going to glue it all the way down and take up a whole page, and also I wanted to see the back, that I just put in other sheets. So this is like my own magazine I basically created in here. So these are ideas when I watch TV shows, when I read magazines, whatever, all of that stuff comes here. And so I make pockets out of all different kinds of things. Again, trying to use up scrappy stuff. So I am going to show you how I've made most of these pockets in here. Oh, I even made a belly band. And I even wrote right in on the phone book, because it had place to write notes. So, okay, well, I'll use that spot too. All right, so I'm just going to go to a fresh page here and show you. So I get a ton of these, I don't know, I like calling them text blocks, because they come out in a block out of your book when you're using the cover for another journal. And so I use them for all different kinds of things. This one you can see I was using with my eyelet setter. And so it is really, really chewed up. And I'm not going to be able to use this, you know, for, well, I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe I'm limiting myself. But, I mean, they're pretty torn up pages. But in my junky junk journal that's not going to anybody, I don't worry about having this kind of stuff in here. So, let's see. What are we going to do? Like this? How are we going to make our pocket today? Sure, let's make one like this. All right. And then I always like to reinforce the edge. That's just, especially for this. So, I always fold the edge in, and I'll glue that down, and then we'll glue that down. So let's grab our tacky glue, because tacky glue for pockets, right? Because they see a lot of service. So just along the lip. I'm not even that worried about it, because, you know, once it's glued down, it'll stay down probably. All right, and then gluing up the sides. Whoops, now I'm making a mess. All right, and then this side. Tacky glue away. You know me, I try to always put my tacky glue away right away. And I try to put my tools right away as well, because I dislike hunting. Alright, so I'm just going to cut off this bit, because I really do feel like that is about as much. I mean, I'm not going to be able to use that for anything, so let's just get rid of that. That's my point. Alright, so trash. Can you believe I'm actually throwing something away? Alright, so let's pull the tacky glue out again, and we're going to make this into a pocket as well. So this is going to be a double pocket because of how we attach it to the page. And I love making as many pockets as you can in things, because you know what? You don't have to use them, but if they're there, you can use them if you need to, which is nice, I think. Oh, you know what? We never did do a reinforcement at the top here, so let's do that too. With the glue already on. Won't that be fun? Okay. See if I'm fancy enough to do this. It worked on that side. And it worked on that side. Oh my goodness. Okay, great. I forgot to reinforce the top one. Alright. Now I got all gluey fingers. Alright. So, and I'm just going to put it, I mean, it doesn't really matter where you put it, but I'm just going to kind of put it lower center. There we go. And so now, you'll be able to use it as a pocket here and as a pocket here.